Hey guys, DVSGames here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing Siege. So here we're gonna use our Delphoy, Skogul, and Mina comp. We're going up against this Tyrone, Kaki, and Dark Chun-Li comp. Here's the runes, guys. Sorry if you need to look at the stats any closer. Go ahead and just pause the video, and you can go over them. They're pretty straightforward. Granted, some of them are not maxed, don't hold it against me. A lot of these are just leftover runes. But the basic idea here is we are going to try to outspeed and stun the Dark Chun-Li or the Tyrone, whichever one's not on will. Then we're going to take damage from everywhere else. We're going to cleanse with Delphoy, and we're going to throw up rocks, and hopefully we survive. And we weren't fast enough. Okay, and we didn't resist anything. And Kaki just murdered everybody. Okay, that was a really fast Dark Chun-Li. It's a really fast team comp. Alright. So, we're gonna start off with a loss. Okay, True King. Love the defense. That's awesome. Let's go against the second fight. Alright, so second fight we have Dark Panda, Fran, and Laika. That's his name. We're gonna bring in our Fen Yang, our Kinky, and sorry guys, our Fen Yang, our Kinky, and our Juno. Again, if you need to look at the runes any closer, go ahead and pause the video, take a look at the stats. These are three of my better rune monsters. Not super amazing runes, obviously not fully scaled up either, but better runed. So basically the plan here is we're going to take out the Laika first because he's the biggest threat. He's going to hit the hardest, obviously. We definitely want to go ahead and keep defense break on the, I think his name is Miyang. To be totally honest, I don't know. But I just realized after the fight that I wasn't thinking of his skills the way they worked. I thought he was defense based, but he's not. He's actually attack based. Again, didn't realize that until later. But I figured, okay, now that we've got him taken care of, he won't be able to deal as much damage. So we can go after the Fran. And again, like I said, I wasn't really thinking about the way that his skills work. I thought he was defense based. And as you can see here, he nearly took out my Juno in just a couple of shots. So I decided we gotta make this quicker. Kill the Fran off real quick. Now we gotta deal with just him. And of course, I didn't have the strip up, but I got a lucky stun from Despair. And obviously it didn't matter if I had the strip up or not. He would have lost it anyway. Or he wouldn't have lost it, he just would have resisted it. My Juno did do a little bit of work here though. Her Despair stuns came in really clutch. And Kinky being a good tank was, you know, that's what he does. So that's cool. On to match number 3. So match number 3, I brought in the Veramos, the Nora, and the Cigar. Cigar is one of my newer monsters. He doesn't have full skill ups. His runes are decent. But again, it's just what I thought would actually work with the team comp that I was going to be bringing in. And it's Jean, Theo Mars, and Harmonia. And the basic idea here is kill the Theo Mars and then deal with the healing. It's going to be a lot of stall. It's going to be a long match. I don't have any destroy on these monsters, I don't think. You guys just saw the runes, so you know exactly what's on there. But I brought in the Veramos to counter the Jean's provoke. Now Cigar does have a strip at increased cooldown, which worked out very well. Here I'm trying to fight the Jean's passive, or not the passive, her turn cycling that'll allow her to keep Theo Mars alive. I'm trying to make sure that the Harmonia doesn't have her skills up as well, and also trying to get the damage that I need onto the Theo Mars. So as you can tell, that was the hardest part. After that, Cigar's tanky enough that he can withstand Triana for a while. We're not worried about that. But this is just going to be the part where it stalls out. This match, I think, in all reality, This is somewhat slightly sped up. It's only like I think 1.25 times or 1.5 times. But the fight itself actually took about 10 minutes, maybe. It did take quite a while, and it's really boring, but it's really safe. Take care of the Theomars and then just beat down the others. Again, if I would have had Destroy, it would have came in very clutch here, but unfortunately I didn't have Destroy on these monsters, so just took a lot longer than it should have. But yeah, I like this team. I guess we'll just sit here and watch it as it plays out. It definitely does take a little while. I really need to put Destroy on these monsters though, because most of the problems that I end up having is going up against the tanky sustainers that I don't have Destroy, and they just keep healing back up, healing back up, healing back up. Really annoying. So tip to the future me, put Destroy on your runes. Or put Destroy runes on your monsters. And as for you guys, I'm sorry that you have to deal with this next minute and a half of just watching me hit this team and then watching it heal back up. So yeah. Also, keep in mind they have a resistance lead and they're typically built on ridiculously high resistance. So of course it is a little bit harder for me to land my stuns and land all the dots. Surprisingly, Nora did do quite a decent amount of provokes. And the fact that she has the skill 1 heal, I think is really amazing. If you guys do happen to pull a Nora, I don't know what's really said about her, but in my opinion, she's really good. I think you should build her. And here she gets a provocation, and she violent procs and kills herself from dots. That's cool. After this, Harmonia goes down, no problem. It's just, again, waiting to get all the attacks off. And of course, we're using the skill 1 from Nora to heal back up so that we don't die. Anyway, let's get on to the next match. I think it's number 4 now. Alright, so here, I see a Leo defense. I love Leo defenses. They mean I can Lucian. I'm gonna use... I think I end up going with Belager here because he has such a high Guild War attack lead. And then I use my Megan, who is on Nem Will Shield, I think she is. And then the Lucian that I use is just high crit damage Lucian. The one that I use for dungeons. So basically Leo's gonna hit Megan. She's gonna boost attack bars. Lucian's gonna clean up the Bastet and hopefully the Leo. And then after that, Belager can come in with his big nuke and kill everybody off. Now my Lucian, if he does crit on wind, he hits about 13,000, maybe 14,000. So I'm assuming he's got 96% crit rate, I think it is, something around there. So I'm really assuming I'm gonna crit on water, I'm gonna crit on wind, and then fire I'm probably gonna glance on. But that's why Belager's there to clean up. I mean, 36 to 40,000 is pretty easy as far as HP goes. And as you can see here, yeah, he didn't miss a crit on the Rakan. So, GG. Let's get into the next one. So here we have got the second Fenyang that I have. He is on the second set of runes. I'm bringing him in with Joltan and with Abelio. And obviously the problem is my Abelio is built on speed defense. And from what I'm understanding, I think I should probably be building him on speed defense HP or speed HP defense or HP defense HP. If I can get the speed subs. I'm not exactly sure. Do got a great Nemesis rune that I'm going to put on him though. So that'll be something for another video. And here we're going into a Triana, Jane, and Theomars comp. Again, it's keep the Theomars alive. Theomars decides, hey, guess what? I'm about to kill your Fenyang. Of course, the violent procs are scary, but Abelio is able to cut in and get that heal up. Now, from here, the plan was to go ahead and make them attack the Joltan so that he would take the majority of the damage and they would kill themselves. Of course, the problem that we have is that Jean still does Jean things. And Theomars decides he just wants to target whoever he wants to because he doesn't care about elemental advantage or disadvantage. Wasn't able to get the Jolton to take enough damage in the early going. So now I'm trying desperately to keep the Abelio alive as well as kill the Theomars. It's just not working like it should. And that Gene is super annoying. And as you can see, now Abelio's gone. We're down to a 2-on-3. But at this point, we're okay. We have the Jolton to take out the Theomars, and now we're down to 1-on-1, and this is just a matter of killing the Triana. So this could have gone really bad really fast, but it didn't. Glad that it didn't. We got to keep it. So this is a win for us. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. So here we got more Beta and Savannah, and obviously they're a great team. I didn't show you guys the runes on this one, I'm sorry. Leo is on Vampire Blade, Perna's on Violent Revenge, and Skogul, I believe, is just on I think he's on Violet. I think he's on Violet Nemesis. Just HP, lots of tankiness. Yeah, he's on Violet. So there you go, you see the first Violent proc. Perna, I was trying to get him to kill the Beta before she put up her buff. That didn't work. But Perna's able to keep us healed up enough so that the Leo doesn't go down too low. And here, Skogul goes crazy with his Violent procs, kills off the Savannah, no problem. We're trying to kill the Beta. Again, the attack break kind of hurts us. But there we go. At this point, there's no way that the Moor beats us, I don't think, unless he kills the Skogul, because we got single shots and that would be kind of hard. But Perna does Perna things, Violent procs into the win. And we're 6 matches in. Let's go on to number 7. Alright, so here we are bringing in Louise, not skilled up at all, but I do think her runes are maxed, so we'll take that. And we bring in our Molong and our Tessarion, and we're going up against the Sierra Orion Perna combo. Now, obviously, Tessarion's there to Oblivion the Perna, kill the Perna right off the bat, and hopefully we can get enough damage onto the Sierra before she blows up her Molong, and then after that, I will gladly take Louise versus Orion 1-on-1. I'm okay with that. As you can see, Orion outspeeds. He gets the, not a strip, but he does get the stun on the Louise. Perna gets the stun on the Louise, which also sucks. But we get the Violent proc. We kill the Perna. Not a problem. I went for a stun. I didn't get it. Went for a defense break. Didn't get it. So here we're going to go ahead and put up the immunity and the shield, and now we literally just gotta take out this Sierra and 3v1 versus Orion. There's no way he wins. Easy win. GG. Let's go on to the next one. It does take a little while though. I'm sorry. I thought it was a quick match, but obviously Orion's annoying. Orion does Orion things. But yeah, GG. Let's go on to the next one. Going into this match, I believe we're okay. Yeah, so we take our full water bruiser team. Chao's on Violent Revenge. I haven't upgraded his runes in years, but I do think he's on one of my best sets. He was my first Nat 5. He was my pride and joy for a long time. Back when Giants and Dragons B10 was a thing, he could solo both, and I was really proud of that. Camila I pulled recently. She has no skill ups, but she's on a destroy set, so that's a plus. And Suiki is actually one of my favorite bruisers, just because he stacks so much attack. As you can see, he doesn't have a whole lot of attack, but he does have a decent amount. And basically, we're going to target the Belinus first, get him down, then we're going to target the Ritesh, and then we're just going to fight through Juno's passive and constant heals. But yeah, as you can see, Ritesh or Belinus is down really low real quick. And the Ritesh did not go for the heal, instead he went for the defense buff. So yeah, we're fine with that. Doesn't really matter. From here, we can just go ahead and deal all the damage that we need to. I mean, to be fair, I probably could have put this on auto and just let it play out. But then AI takes over and it does dumb things. So I just went ahead and manually did it. It touches down, and then from here we just have the Juno to worry about. And of course she's going to gain a little bit of health from the dots that we put on in the defense break if she cuts in. But other than that, easy round. Let's go. 8 matches in, we're on to our next one. So here we got the Fenyang, Rakan, Eladriel. I brought in a full fire lineup. I was hoping that I could get damage out of my Kaki and that we're going to be able to control with the Bison. I forget his name, Carnal. Yeah, so that's what I'm bringing in here in this particular fight. I figured that Harmonia can go ahead and top everybody off, keep immunity up, while we focus down the Rakan first, then the Eladriel, and then the Fenyang last. Of course, it's kind of tricky because Eladriel is the reviver, but I figure if we're able to control them with the provokes from Carnal, we'll be alright. Obviously, I need to get some more accuracy on him because it's really low, but he does have a little bit of accuracy and artifacts, so I figured that would be okay. So, unfortunately, they were all on will. Wasn't expecting that. I tried to force the buff early, and I tried to get the defense break, but I didn't. I knew I was going to cut in, so not a big deal. But here, as you can see, they went ahead and went after my Kaki first. Now, my Cardinal has a lot of HP, but somehow he just seems to go down super quick here. Yeah, so without the counterattack buff, I decided it was okay to go and go for the AoE. Still, he's a little bit lower in life, so they're going to target him. Not a huge problem. My Kaki needs more damage. As you can see here, he did next to nothing. I should have... No, I don't think... I think I did alright by not using the skill 3 from Harmonia here. But here, I definitely should have probably gone for the Kaki. Or not for the Kaki, for the Rakan. I have the Eladriel provoked, and I thought that would be okay. Here, I went for the AoE, and obviously I got defense broken, which is now horrible. The double procs from Rakan back-to-back was basically what won the match for him. Kills off my Kaki, doesn't let me get another attack in, and at this point, there's no way I can keep the sustain up in order to deal with the Rakan and all the damage coming from that Fenyang. So at this point, I think it's pretty much a loss. I do give up on this game because, yeah, there's no way I'm going to do it. So now we're going into our 10th match. This is our final, so we got to make it good, right? Got Fenyang, Praha, and our Leica. So I said, okay, we're going to bring in HP lead in our Xingze, and we're going to bring in our Tractor and our Fran to keep immunity on everybody. Seems like a plan. Let's get into it. We're going to attack Leica first. We're going to then focus on the Juno, or not the Juno, the Praha, and then from there we're going into the Fenyang. So here's all the runes. And let's get it. Obviously the plan here is keep the Leica stunned up. Don't let him get too many attacks off. My Xingze is very tanky, so pretty sure that it'll work. Trying to get the Praha down so that way I don't have to worry about her strip and heal. Of course, there goes the heal right off the bat. And again, I'm kind of afraid of Leica. I don't want to attack him unless I have the immunity on. I don't want him to counterattack and deal the damage that he's going to deal. But not a problem. We get the Juno out of the way. Now it's time to go on to the Leica. I'm going to try to control him with stuns. Want to defense break the Panda because he does deal extra damage according to his defense. Obviously he's a defense tank. Keep the attack break on the Leica. here, we're just going to finish off the Leica, and of course, you know, that extra little heal makes him a little annoying to deal with. As you can see, I couldn't kill him. But then from here, it's just we auto out, and we finish it up. So, again, like I said, here was the matches. We go 8-2, gives us 120 guild points, or match points, however you want to call them. I call them guild points. I know, sue me. But here we go, guys. GG, well played. Shout out to tookoalafied. Alright guys, we're back. Siege battle has just finished. Looks like we got 264 crystals, 1060 guild points. Real quick, shout out to ChosenOnez and tookoalafied. Great game, guys. Really appreciate the battle. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our box is gonna show. Actually, no, let's go ahead and let's take a look at where we ended up in contribution. We did go 8-2, so we ended up with 120 guild points. We tied for third. That's not bad. GZ to Bakachan, amazing defenses that he had set up. He had a lot of defensive wins. Now let's go ahead and take a look here at these boxes. It looks like we've got a couple of LD pieces that came out. That's cool. We could definitely use some of those. And what do we get? We get 300,000 mana, 2 garbage runes probably. Yep, 2 garbage runes, and 50 crystals. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Laters.